The words that others speak over us and into us make a significant impact in our lives. For me specifically, the words spoken over me by the matriarch of my family, my grandmother, Miss Miley Latimer. From the time that I was a girl, she would say to me, Shantelle, you are a direct representation of your family. So act accordingly. Or in her words, act accordingly, little girl. She'd also say, Shantelle, one day you will be someone's ancestor. So act accordingly. And then the one that plays in my mind more and more and more is when she would always say, Shantelle, it is about our legacy. It is about our legacy. It is about our legacy. But of course, being a little girl at the time, those words are just coming into my ear, just flowing in. I don't have any understanding of what that means until one day I matured and I came to understand the powerful, significant impact of what it was that she was saying. And today I understand and navigate my life using those very words. But what did she mean? What was she saying when she said, Shantelle, represent your family? And what was all that legacy stuff that she was talking about? Well, when you break legacy down, by definition, it really means three things. It's the imprint that you leave on the world. It is the values that you uphold, and it is the impact that you make on the next generation. So that's what she was talking about. She was challenging me to embody the family legacy that she so richly taught. And that lineage for me was a lineage of resilience, faith in God, determination, and a strong, unwavering sense of the strength of the people that had come before me. She wanted me to understand the rich legacy of my family, and not just because of history books or stories. She wanted me to know that I was a direct descendant of slaves, men and women who endured unimaginable bondage. She wanted me to know that I was a descendant of sharecroppers, people who toiled land tirelessly that they didn't even own. She wanted me to know that I was a descendant of civil rights activists, men and women who marched, protested, sacrificed their own safety for freedom and equality. She wanted me to know that particularly, as she was one who marched with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and sat and listened to his sermons in Albany, Georgia. She wanted me to know that I was a descendant of entrepreneurs, educators, artists, and many other unsung heroes that wouldn't be found in those history books, but ones that made profound impact on my life and my generation. She wanted to make sure that I knew, and she took personal responsibility to make sure that I did. So I honor those people with my life, and I act accordingly. I act accordingly by refusing to be shackled by limitations in this world, because they did. I act accordingly by seizing every opportunity that somebody puts in front of me, because they did. I act accordingly by advocating in my community for equity, equality, justice, and I do my best to fight against systems of oppression where I have the opportunity. I act accordingly by pursuing excellence in everything I do, but especially in education and in my career. Now, legacy is not just about looking to the past. It is actually about the impact that we can make on the future. Have you ever thought about your legacy? Have you ever thought about cultivating it within your own family? Well, here are 4 things that I'd like to share with you that I do, that I would encourage you to do to make sure that that's happening in your own life. And those 4 things are: learn about your family history, preserve family stories and traditions, live according to the values of your and principles of your ancestors, and then preserve and pass down your cultural heritage. It is said that legacy is not what we do for ourselves, but it's what we're doing for other people. And so for me, just for me, I, in every step that I take, in every success that I have, journey that I set out to, goal that I achieve, I carry the legacy of my ancestors. I hold my descendants close. And as much as it is within my power, I am determined to leave the world just a little bit better than I found it. I'm legacy. Your legacy. And if she was here, she'd tell us all of us act accordingly. Thank you.